Shall we talk more on magic? But real magic, the Hermetic philosophy and cult of the esoteric kind, the secrets of alchemy. Alchemy is the ability, as I've talked about before, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, I've talked about the Philosopher's Stone, the pursuit of, trying to create the elixir of life, basically, to find immortality. There's all these concepts, the idea of transmuting, which is changing base metal from lead to gold, and then the concept of that really within one of the layers of the occult and esoteric meaning being the obvious, the base metal being turned to gold, which is something they were trying to do, obviously, because think of the money, cha-ching ching, I can make gold. What's going on here? I'm crapping Tiffany cufflinks at my bed, no problem. You know what I mean? Money growing on trees, wonderful, but realistically, internal alchemy it's the same thing, but it's working within the internal. As I was thinking about it, and it's really hard to describe how I've done this, but I've become a master of internal alchemy, and it probably has been through reading this stuff years ago, and then going through so much that it actually all kind of clicked in and made sense and was really helpful to me, and that's why I started doing all these videos as I've progressed along that path and that journey. And I've come to certain epiphanies and eureka moments and truths that I think are worthy of other people knowing that might help them in their journey. So you don't have to be picking up any special magical books. You have to learn how to, although hey, reading and knowledge gaining in every which way will be good for you. I would definitely recommend Hermetic texts, occult and esoteric, on the emerald tablets, things like that. The Hermetica, I forget what you call it, there was the Three Wise Men one as well. It was quite good. There's loads of these kind of collections of Hermetic wisdom and knowledge, Gnostics, etc. There's something within all of it, but to pinpoint, we're going with internal alchemy, right? Alchemy, chemistry, changing things, properties of how things work, right? And there's the energy system within your body, which the Chinese would call the meridians that run through the system, that runs through like a highway. The same as basically like your nerves and everything run, your veins, everything, the same kind of pathways, right? Slightly different, obviously, in what it's carrying through is life energy, right? But also within the blood as well, which is always worth remembering, because they always do suggest why sacrifice was so important in the giving of the most precious gift, life force, energy within the blood. And then we're talking about chi energy and everything here, right? So you have your chakras, right? Another way of looking at the yogic practices of raising kundalini and everything is like harmonizing and opening up with chakra points, your energy points within your body, aligning all your energies. You may be out of balance because of how you're living, because of how you're thinking, because of sickness and illness within your body, because of blockages within your energy channels. It's the Chinese philosophy, and probably the Indian as well, actually. I'm kind of probably linked. I've not looked deeply enough into Ayurvedic medicine, but it's very interesting what I have come across and actually applied. Probably another field of study to go down at a later date. Off to India at some point, I believe. Maybe. It's far, far away though. And I'm getting kind of tired of wandering. Here and there though, I've got some more left. I've got another adventure in me for sure, but yeah, that would be one I probably wouldn't come back from, I'm pretty sure. But it's learning to take the negative toxicity, even within your mind. It's mental alchemy, right? The projections, the crap that the world throws at you, other people, your own self-doubts and everything, and turning that negative critical talk that ends up inside of you and turning it into positive to feed yourself. That's internal alchemy. It starts within mind. Mind is key of everything, right? Like I've said, it is the magic box. You are in control of it, right? You're the one who's going to focus that energy and attention and move it all within your mind, all within your thinking. Don't even have to lift a finger. You could sit still and stare at the wall and do this. And that's the thing. You've got to turn the eye inward and look deeply at yourself with all truth and honesty and accountability. You must go into the shadows and face the darker aspects of yourself, the things you don't want to face, the truth. Be brutally honest with yourself. Because when you've done that, nobody else will touch you. You're untouchable because you're like, hey, I've been the truth of me, and there is no skeletons in the closet. I've dealt with all that, and anybody comes in will be dealt with, you know what I mean? It's like, you can't touch me. I'm untouchable because you've dealt with it, right? That's internal alchemy. Taking all that negativity, taking pain, turning it into power to fuel you. It's transmuting negative into positive, right? It's balancing the masculine and feminine within you, the yin and the yang. It's all energy system flowing through your body, within you, within your mind. You can do all of this. Get it within the concepts of your mind. Go through some of these texts that I've talked about. I'll talk about in later dates maybe. I've mentioned, like the emerald tablets and stuff. I'll come back to me. It's like the Hermetic Codex or something like that. The 3 wise men. It's a group of Masonic guys who kind of lead some of the Hermetic wisdom. It's quite a good one. There's a lot, right? There's a lot of different places. I always recommend Manly P. Hall. Manly P. Hall's chef's kiss, perfect. The mystic of the ages. I love his historical work and understanding of insight into these things. It's internal alchemy. It's something I don't know, between all of it, between suffering and pain, within the fires of truth and Kali Ma, you know, like going through that in all honesty and brutality and burning away all the lies, all the illusions, all the wishful thinkings and make-believes to just be left with nothing but the truth. That is internal alchemy. That some meditation, some eating, feeding, looking after yourself, right? Getting your mind right, your heart right. So it's lining mind, heart and spirit as well, right? Coming into balance. Seeking to know the truth of yourself, seeking to know the truth of everything, and trying to come into contact with whatever you want to call it, your higher consciousness, because there's you trapped in here, maybe you're a spirit, you're a soul, right? So there's the higher consciousness of that remembers exactly who you are, how many lifetimes you've had, and what you've gained in the past, and what you're here to do, etc. You can tap into that, or you can tap right back in further into source, right? Into the World Wide Web that everybody's connected to, because all life comes from the one place, right? The spark from the Big Bang, whatever God experiencing itself. And so you are potentially the master alchemist in the making. It all starts within learning how to master your mind, master your feelings and emotions, to go through your mind, through all the dark aspects, the things that you would rather not face, and put it to rest, put it to bed, because it serves no purpose. If it's a drag, if it's of no benefit to you, if it's made you stronger, that's fine. You don't need to keep remembering though. Just remember what you went through, and keep reliving it in negative aspects. Turn the negative, the pain and the power to raise you up, to make you better. Learn to transmute the lead into gold within yourself. The lead aura of depression and sadness and darkness hanging over your mind. Transfer into vibration, lifting elevation to get much higher, right? And the truth of a heart-centeredness and love, unconditional love, even for thy enemy. Forgiveness in that, for your own benefit. To turn the auric field, your own self, into gold. To radiate that gold. That is pain and the power. That is the magic of internal alchemy. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you try. If you have any questions, people, please feel free to ask. I'll try and help you if I can.